One of the most urgent problems faced by civilized man is this. Man created civilization to give himself security. But security for what? Marcus Aurelius returned to this question again and again in the notes he wrote to himself. Because as external conditions become more controlled, the individual is left alone with his inner world. For most of human history, man was occupied with survival. He rose before sunrise and did not stop until nightfall. Life was hard, but that hardship kept man in constant action. Leisure was a rare privilege. For centuries, the vast majority of people, men, women, and children, worked simply to stay alive. This was the normal condition of human life. Then a rupture occurred. With the advance of the industrial age, working hours were regulated. The division of labor intensified. And for the first time in the modern era, people possessed scheduled free time. Time that belonged entirely to them. This was a transformation without precedent. Man was no longer forced only to survive. He was now forced to choose. And with that choice came a silent question. What are we to do with the time that is not demanded of us? Today, perhaps for the first time in history, a large portion of humanity is free from the daily struggle for survival. But freedom does not automatically produce meaning. Instead, it confronts the individual with himself. Seneca warned of this clearly. Life is not short, we make it short. The problem then is not a lack of time, but how time is used. Most people never consciously ask this question. As with many important questions about how to live, the answers are assumed. Rest, relaxation, passing the time. And so lives begin to resemble one another. Days become copies of days. Epictetus believed that it is precisely here that a person unknowingly neglects his own character. Because a man is defined not by what he does under necessity, but by how he acts when necessity disappears. Many people fill their days with passive pursuits. They spend their time looking at things, screens, images, endless streams. They fill the hours with conversations that lack depth or substance. Who did what? Who went where? What happened today? How the weather was? These conversations are forgotten almost as soon as they are spoken. Such people usually do today what they did yesterday. They do not demand more of tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius captured this condition in a single thought. People imagine they are living, when in truth, they are postponing life. This is what is common, what is familiar, what is considered normal. But is there a problem with this? Modern life is fast, demanding. Psychological unease is widespread. Some therefore argue that what we need is more rest, more comfort, more relaxation. Seneca was cautious of this belief. Excessive comfort, he warned, does not strengthen the soul, it weakens it. The Stoics were clear on one principle. The mind remains alive through action. A mind left idle turns against itself. Epictetus stated it plainly. A man does not know himself until he is tested. If passivity has such an effect, then two paths lie before us. The first, to fill our free time with passive consumption, to leave our potential untouched, and over time, to dull our inner strength. The second, to use our free time to learn, to create, to reflect, to deliberately place demands upon ourselves, to develop our capacities. This path is difficult. It does not offer comfort. It does not provide immediate pleasure. But as Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, what is difficult is often what benefits us most. because this path produces mental resilience and strength of character. Some may ask, is this struggle necessary for everyone? The Stoics answered this in a simple way. A man does not measure himself against others, but against his own potential. Seneca taught that true value does not come from the approval of the crowd, but from the judgment of one's own conscience. A man must ask himself, does the person I am match the person I am capable of becoming? For the Stoics, self-respect is not self-admiration. That is often illusion. True self-respect is respect for one's own conduct. It is earned through effort, through discipline, through habits formed deliberately over time. Epictetus expressed it clearly. Character is nothing more than repeated actions. For this reason, the Stoic does not compare himself to others. He observes his own habits, and when free time appears, he asks a single question. Does this moment strengthen me, or does it numb me? Because comfort brings calm in the short term, but over time, it distances a man from himself. For the Stoics, the essence of being human is this: to choose what is difficult, even when no one is watching. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the worth of a man is measured by what he does when he is alone, because real value is built in silence.